Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. About me, I'm Sandeep Bhushan Thummala and my credentials are I have 10 years of teaching experience for civil services. I teach international relations and internal security and analysis of the Hindu newspaper, which will be very helpful for you to crack prelims and mains. So I would be emphasizing throughout my lecture or throughout my explanation, I would be emphasizing the keywords and the key phrases from the newspaper or the news item, which will be very useful for identifying the factual and analytical question for prelims point of view. So definitely my explanation and my emphasizing on the keywords, that is emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases, that is my tagline, emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases, wherein you will be beneficial by uh, making sure that you are identifying the factual and analytical question for prelims, and as well as getting into the more by imbibing the words, that is the keywords and the key phrases in your answer writing. So definitely when you're into the mode of getting into the imbibing or having that access of keywords and the key phrases in your answers, so your answers for the mains would be precise and concise. When I'm saying precise and concise, yes, it is exactly what the UPSC is demanding from you to be part of your answers in the mains examination. So definitely the keywords and the key phrases which I would be emphasizing, which is my tagline, that it will be useful for the prelims as well as mains examination. So when we are emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases, it will be useful for 2020 as well as 2021. And before that, you have a notification in regards to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English, which is India's largest learning platform. Once you get subscribed, you will have unlimited live and recorded courses by India's best educators. And the privileges what you get once you subscribe are the daily live classes, live testing quizzes, structured courses, and unlimited access to all the live and recorded courses. And these are the educators at Unacademy, which you can see it on your screen. And in regards to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English, the courses offered by Unacademy are the economy, geography, current affairs, and all the courses which you can also see it on your screen. So along with that, you have the essay writing, you have the Indian society, social issues, and all others which you can also see it on your screen. And in regards to UPSC CSE English subscription, that is, you have 12 month subscription and 24-month subscription. 12-month subscription, the price is now 44,000, and 24-month subscription, the price is now 64,000. And you can use my code SBT10, wherein that is Sandeep Bhushan Thummala, wherein you will get 10% discount. So it's always recommended to go ahead with subscription, that is 24-month subscription for Let's Crack UPSC CSE English subscription, wherein the original price is 64,000, but while you use my code SBT10, you will get 10% off, and the discounted price would be 57,600 for 2 years, entire 2 years subscription. So it's always recommended to go ahead with a 24-month subscription. So please do take the advantage of the code, that is my code, that is SBT10, Sandeep Bhushan Thummala 10, and get 10% discount on it. And the discounted price is 57,600. And today's topic, my explanation would be in regards to the analysis of the Hindu newspaper. That is, again, I would be reiterate my tagline, that is keywords and the key phrases. I would be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases which will be useful or which will be definitely important for prelims as well as mains examination. And before I get into the topic, I would say very good morning to everyone who is live and also in the live chat. Very good morning to everyone. Emang, Darshanan, Shedmugam, Adarsh, Sarvani, Siddharthan M. Very good morning to everyone. And now I'll get in the topic, that is, we have seen this from May 5th onwards, there is a face off or the standoff between India and China in regards to the troops having their face off, or kind of uh, having a little bit of even discomfort between India and China in regards to the LAC, in regards to the LAC. So definitely we have seen that there was an discussion or meeting which has taken place at the commanders level, that is Lieutenant General or Lieutenant Commanders level. There was a meeting which has taken place, that is on June 6th. So we have seen that along with the lieutenant generals, there was a meeting on June 6th, and these discussions are going on in regards to the diplomatic engagement and also in regards to the military engagement. And these are the two keywords again wherein you need to keep in mind. So the engagement, which will be useful for prelims as well as mains while you're writing the answers. So it is very important that the government of India and both China are going ahead with various kind of solutions which they are trying to come out, that is through diplomatic engagement and also through military engagement. So we have seen the military engagement on June 6th, that is at the Lieutenant General's level, which the meeting has taken place based in Leh district, that is in Chushul and Molda region. So this is very important. The region where the discussions or the meeting has taken place between the two Lieutenant General is Chushul and Molda region. And that is in regards to diplomatic engagement. The Ministry of External Affairs has said that it was a cordial and positive, and also they were actually going ahead with the diplomatic engagement to resolve this situation. So definitely there's a positive note from the government of India, that is the Ministry of External Affairs, that the talks have taken place, been a cordial and positive, and they are all going ahead to make sure that whether it is military engagement or diplomatic engagement from both the sides, it is to resolve the situation. And India has conveyed in the meeting that China should follow or should restore the status quo. Status quo in the sense the present situation. Which present situation? The situation which was in the month of April, which was in the month of April along the LAC. So the status quo has to be maintained between India and China. And what India has firmly said was in regards to making sure that the China's troops would maintain the status quo and pull back all the China's troops and equipment along the LAC, which was in the month of April. So the status quo to be maintained, what India has referred or conveyed to China is the April month status quo. This is very important because the status quo in the sense present situation. So whatever the situation was in the month of April has to be maintained, and all the troops from Chinese troop and the equipment which were inside the Indian territory, which were inside the Indian territory, have to be pulled back. So that was very clearly conveyed by India to China. And we know that this year it is the 78th diplomatic relations between India and China, 78th anniversary of diplomatic relations between India and China, so that they would both make sure that they would resolve the issue as soon as possible. They would resolve the issue as soon as possible, and further they would try to strengthen the relationship between India and China. So definitely this keyword is the 78th anniversary of the establishment of the diplomatic relations between India and China is very important key phrase. So it could be part of your question in the prelims. In the prelims, that this is the 70th year anniversary, or 71st, or 72nd, or 69th. Fine, okay. And then before I move ahead, I would say a very good morning to everyone once again. So good morning to Shushant. Good morning to Ramchandran. Good morning to Revant Didigam and Revant Didigam Rahul, or Revant Didigam. Okay, Rahul. Okay, Rahul. Very good morning. And then I'll get into the next point. That is what we have seen. That again, just for what you said, making sure that it will be stored in your subconscious in regards to the geography map-based question. Geography map-based question. So Galwan area, which is at the top between the Aksai Chin and the Ladakh, and then Pyongyang So Lake, and this has also, I mean, the meeting Lieutenant Generals has been taken up along the Pyongyang So Lake, and then the third one is Jemchuk and the Nakula. So we have seen that the face-off between both the countries have taken place. At face-off has taken place right from May 5th. It has started. So May 5th it has started. Especially the scuffle. There was scuffle between both the troops at the Pyongyang Lake. So definitely the issue is very stern and very aggressive in the Pyongyang So Lake, that is this place in the eastern Ladakh. Okay, yeah. Yes, 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 yes. In the previous classes, others have come up with the, what do you say, the figure entire map, where they actually finger one, and then figure eight, and then China goes ahead with from finger eight. It has a control and it patrols till finger two, and India has, what do you say, control from finger one to finger four, but it patrols till finger eight. So I've gone ahead with that. Johan also has joined. Very good morning to you, Johan. And then we have seen later on again in May 8th, the issue was erupted in Nakula, this area, Nakula Pass, which is in Sikkim. Nakula Pass, which is in Sikkim. Fine. And later on, we have seen that even China is also making very clear that, or it has alleged that the trespasses were illegal. It has accused India. And then later on, again, on May 27, China has said the situation is stable and controllable. Stable and controllable. Controllable. That means it is trying to give a message that probably it will be resolving both the face off between the India and China. And then again on June 5th, Ministry of External, that is in regards to the diplomatic engagement, has taken place. June 6th, again it is military engagement which has taken place between both the countries, and making sure that there could be a positive result from both the ends. And there is one more news which talks about Sri Lanka keeping a close watch on locust situation. So we have seen this news. I have also come up with this news probably 15-20 days back in regards to the locust swarm, which is actual, or which has erupted, or it has started in the Africa, that is east of Horn of Africa, that is in the Somalia and then Eritrea, that region, and then it got into Western Asian countries from Saudi Arabia, and then further into Iran, and further into Balochistan, that is in Pakistan. From there, again, it has entered into the Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and also little bit of Telangana. And now there is, what do you say, again, locust watch. This is, there is a watch by the Sri Lankan to see whether there would be a same kind of situation which India is facing, and then whether Sri Lanka would be facing it. So definitely Sri Lanka has had gone ahead with a close watch with the locust situation in India. That is, which is we are talking about. It is called as a local grasshopper. Local grasshopper. So a locust is also called as the local grasshopper. And the agricultural authorities across the island, that is in Sri Lanka, they are very much worried about the rise in the local grasshoppers. We are not talking about the one which is in India, but they are worried about the local grasshoppers, which are actually, what you say, a rising, unusual rise in Sri Lanka. So the agricultural authorities are worried about the local grasshoppers. Fine. And we have seen that there was the Department of Agriculture in Sri Lanka has made it very clear that in the month of May, we are talking about Sri Lanka, that in the month of May there were local grasshoppers in Mavathangma. So this place, which is in the Sri Lanka's northwestern province, which is in the northwestern province. So Navathangama, which is the place wherein the local grasshoppers are rising, a lot of it, and it is a cause of concern. So now they are keeping a close watch that probably with the local grasshoppers and against the local grasshoppers, and along with the locusts, if the locusts from uh, Africa to Central West Asia, Central Asian, again from Baluchistan, Pakistan into Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and further if it gets into Telangana, Maharashtra, Telangana, and then into Sri Lanka, then it would be a cause of concern. That is why they are keeping a close watch. They are keeping a close watch in the, especially in the area where is a rise of the local grasshoppers, that is Mavatangama in Sri Lanka's northwestern province. And if you look at the local grasshoppers, which we have seen, what they say agriculture department is they are attacking the home gardens and the small fields, but not really the cultivable area. So this is a good news as of now. This is a good news as of now, that they are the local grasshoppers. Not, we are not talking about the locust, but the local grasshoppers are the one which are actually causing a damage to the home gardens and the small fields, but not to the cultivable area. So it is what do you say, almost a good news. But if at all the locust again spreads from the India and to the island, that is Sri Lanka, then it would be a lot of concern, because both together, local grasshoppers and the locust together, again there would be a loss to the entire crop itself. And the Sri Lankan has seen last year, not only Sri Lanka, India has also witnessed another worm which has actually affected the entire the crops also. Even in India, we have seen that. That is called as fall army worm. This was in news last year also. Fall army worm. Army worm. You call it as, generally it call it as army worm, or it is fall army worm, but generally it was called as army worm. So it was in news last year also. So Johan Malvika has joined. Malvika, very good morning to you. And Madhu says locusts travel through wind flow. Yes, definitely that is what they are worried about now. The winds which are blowing from, what do you say, northern to southern, as of now, not considering the southwest monsoon, because that would be a contradictory statement. So the winds which are flowing from the northern towards the southern and then further into the island would be a great concern to the Sri Lankan Agriculture Department, and this is the army worm, fall army worm, which was, it is from a moth species. It is a species from a moth in the sense it's insect, and the scientific name is Spodoptera frugiperda. So this is the scientific name. This is very important. Could be because based on the locust which is happening, there could be a question which would be framed on the what do you say, army worm. Please do understand, there would be a question in one of the statement. He could ask about the locust, along with that he could ask about the army worm, which has actually created great of damage during the what do you say, last year's cultivable areas. So there could be a question on the army worm. So it is, the scientific name is Spodoptera frugipeda. Please do keep it in mind this as for the science and technology question for prelims. Science and technology for prelims. Spodoptera frugipeda is the one. And this is also have what is say believed to be carried to the Sri Lanka by the strong winds from India. From India. So definitely they are also worried about the now the locust. So Revant, Karnataka region was affected a lot. Fall army worm. Yes. That is what last year. Fall army worm or bull army worm also. Army worm you can take it as. Yes, Rahul, very good. And then Malesh has also joined. Very good morning to you, Malesh. And then to now the topic is in regards to the local grasshoppers. And this is the what is a life cycle of it. I've just taken so that a better understanding of it. And each adult female will go ahead with laying of eggs, moth, around close to a total of 1000 eggs in her lifetime. 1000 eggs in her lifetime, and each and every time it would be 50 to 200 eggs. And this is the larval state, which will be for almost 14 to 22 days, and then again pupal stage will be for 8 to 30 days. So here it is eggs, larva stage or pupal stage, and then the fourth one, that is the adult female, and this will live as an average of 10 days up to 21 days. So this why I'm saying is could be probable in the prelims, which they would be asking in the which among the following statement, and in the statement there could be a question in regards to the life cycle of the Podotera frugiperda, that is the army worm. This is not locust, it is an army worm. X larval stage, pupal stage, and then the adult female. X 50 to 200 X, and the larval stage it is 14 to 22 days. Pupal 8 to 30 days. That is after eating every entire leaves for very good amount of time. Then it would be in the pupal stage, and later on adult female. So this could be a very important for the prelims point of view. So I have taken this from the S&T, and the first was in regards to current affairs, international relations, diplomatic engagement, and military engagement. And there's one more news in regards to the cytokine storm. So cytokine storm is the news which has come up yesterday. So I thought it will be very useful for you in regards to the prelim point of view also. So I've taken this. So cytokine is a kind of immune reaction. So it is an immune reaction which actually takes place in the body to fight the infection, immune reactions to fight the infection. So definitely whenever there are infections in the body and to fight the infection, then there would be an immune reaction, and that is known as cytokine storm. So it is called as cytokine storm. So cytokine storm is very important a terminology in during the phase of the COVID-19, which would be very important, which could be part of the prelims again in regards to the science and technology, that is in regards to biology or science and technology. And whenever there is an infection which happens, or else foreign body or antigens which enter into the body, then the body releases cytokines. Then the body releases the cytokines, that is cytokines are the proteins which actually what is that they involved in the immunomodulation into the blood. So they are actually to go ahead with the immune reaction to make sure that there is more of fight against the infection, that is the body would fight against infection. But if it is at the normally, then it is very good. If it is at the normally, then it is very good. That means it will regulate the immune system, immune response. So in this case they cause, I mean, if the cytokine storm is high, if cytokine storm is high in the body, wherein if the foreign bodies have come, and then the immune reaction is going ahead with more of release of cytokines, that is called as cytokine storm, then it would be harm, or it would also cause death to an individual, where individual in whose body there is more release of cytokines. And then this violent cytokine storm in several individuals have been critical with the one who have been actually been infected by the COVID disease or SARS-CoV-2 virus. And this cytokines dilates in the sense it widens. So whenever there is more of release of cytokine, that is cytokine storm, what it does, it widens the blood vessel. It widens the blood vessel. That means if suppose this is a blood vessels, for example, normal one, and this is the other one, in this case, when so it widens this way the blood vessels. So when it is widening the blood vessel, so definitely what is happening is the space, the passage here, it is almost the space is here, but it is a narrow space here. So what happens is during this, the blood vessels, when it what you say dilates or widens the blood vessels, yes, it will increase the temperatures, it will increase the temperature, and it will increase the heartbeat. So when it is going ahead with this, along with this, what happens is it will have the, or it will throw the blood clots, which the cytokine storm, that is the protein in the body which releases due to what do you say, to stop the infections or the against the antigens, that is the antibody. So what is goes ahead with, even the blood clotting take place in this, and because of the blood clotting there would be the oxygen supply would be very less, oxygen supply would be less, and whenever there is oxygen supply is less, then it will lead to hypoxia. So once a body reaches to hypoxia level, then as what do you say, as oxygen levels reduces or lack of oxygen, there would be a cause of death. So if the cytokine flow is high and it continues, own immune response will lead to hypoxia, that is insufficient oxygen to the body, and thereby the multi-organ failure takes place, and this will lead to the death. So this is why this is very very important. Yes, Madhu, very well said, it is hypoxia. So it is the entire reason is cytokine storm is released, is related to hypoxia. For prelims point of view, cytokine storm is related to hypoxia, that is insufficient oxygen in the body, which will lead to the death. And many of the experts say that it is not the virus that kills, but the cytokine storm which kills the uh, infected person during the COVID-19 disease. Please do understand, during the COVID-19 disease, it is the cytokine storm which is killing the person. Experts say, we are not concluding it, it is not concluding statements. Experts say that because of the excess of cytokine virus, the human, I mean the body, the person is being killed because of the cytokine, but not because of the virus. And this is very very important for, again, from the science and technology for prelims point of view. Cytokine storm is related to what? Hypoxia. Yes. And we have another news which says that India's solar ferry sails into global contest. So again, this is in regards to the current affairs which you can take it in regards to the ecology and environment, current affairs, which will be very very important. So this is the India's first solar powered ferry, and it is called as Aditya. So Aditya is the first solar powered ferry in the sense boat which carries passengers here. So the name of it is very very important. Aditya is the name of the first, India's first solar powered ferry, and it has become an icon on the in the Kerala, that is in the route. Which route is that? Vaikom Tavanakaduva. Vaikom Tavanakaduva is a route, in Kerala. So please do take it into consideration, because it is India's first solar powered ferry. Please do consider even this point. So first point is in regards to the Aditya name of it, and the route which the so Aditya ferries is the Vaikom Tavanakaduva route in Kerala, and this is been shortlisted for Gustav Trove Award. Gustav Trove Award. So this is the award. Again, this is very very important for current affairs for ecology and environment, because of the, it is a solar powered one, and it is because of the solar powered one, it has been, what do you say, shortlisted for which award? That is Gustav Trove Award, and it is a sole entrant from Asia. This is again very important keyword. Sole entrant is the very important keyword, which will be very very important while it is asked in the which among the following statement. That is, if he is saying it is a sole entrant from the or else Eurasia. No, it is not Eurasia. It is only Asia. And there are actually, as per the Gustav Troy Award, there are three awards. There are three awards. One is the electric boats up to 8 meters, electric boat more than 8 meters long, and the other one, third one, first one is electric boats up to 8 meters, and the other one is second one is the category of the awards. The second one is more than 8 meters long, and the third one is what the Aditya is, what do you say, into which, that is electric ferry boats, that is the passenger boats. It is an electric ferry boat. So there are three categories of the Gustav Troy Award. Please do understand, we are talking about the Gustav Troy Award. So there are three categories, and in the third category, the solar powered ferry, that is Aditya, falls in it, that is electric ferry boats. And Gusse's Electric Boat Awards were instituted in memory of Gustav Troy. So this is again very important for prelims point of view. So this award is instituted, or it is in the memory of the person called as Gustave Troy. Gustave Troy, and he was a French electrical engineer. French electrical engineer. Please do take it into consideration. All this I'm saying very important for keywords, because current affairs from ecology and environment one point of view. And pioneer in electrica. So as he was a French electrical engineer, Gustave Troy, and he was pioneer in the electrica cars. And the award is Gustave Troy Award, or Gusse's Electric Boat Award specifically. Gusse's Electric Boat Awards. And Troy was, what do you say, he has come up with an electric boat which is 5 meter long way back in 1881. Way back in 1881. So he's very famous in regards to the electrical engineer. And this has been operated by the Kerala State Water Transport Department. Kerala State Water Transport Department. Again, in regards to, what do you say, state, regional, regional news, it could be part of it. Why? Because the vessel was built by, again this is important, by whom? It is Naval to Solar and Electrical Boats, Kochi. So it is the Kerala State Water Transport Department, because it is part of the State Water Transport Department. So there could be a question. So that is built by, the vessel is built by the Naval to Solar and Electrical Boats. And this, because it is ferrying, it is a solar one, it has gone ahead with, or it has transported 11 lakh passengers at a distance of 70,000 kilometers without even a single drop of fossil fuel. This is very important, because as it is a solar powered one, it has gone ahead with traveling a distancing of 70,000 kilometers, wherein it has not even used, without even a single drop of fossil fuel. Thus it has saved for the Kerala State Water Transport Department 1 lakh liters of diesel. 1 lakh liters of diesel. Not only 1 lakh liters of diesel, it has also saved 75 lakh, what do you say, rupees, 75 lakhs rupees since 2017. So since 2017, the inception of the Aditya, that is the solar powered ferry. So this is all very important for prelims point of view. And there is one more news which talks about the serotonin triggers desert locust swarm. So we have seen this locust. Locust is the one which is a, what is a grasshopper, which is really causing a concern to the food security, which is causing a concern to the food security itself. Food security itself. Across, we have seen in Africa, we have seen in even Middle East or West Asia, again in Baluchistan area, Pakistan, India also. So definitely it is a cause of concern for the food security to the crops itself, cultivable area. So we will look at swans. What are swans? Swans means groups. They are called as groups. So swans, locust swan, that is group of locust, group of grasshoppers, group of grasshoppers are called as swans. So we will look at why this, I mean, what is the reason behind that all of the grasshoppers are coming together? How could they come together? What is the reason behind them coming together? No doubt they are eating away the crops, no doubt about it. But when they are eating away the crops, they can eat individually. Why are they all coming together and eating? We will look at it. That is the, what do you say, how locust forms swarms. So when they can eat individually, why are they forming the groups? Why are they, what do you say, eating the crops coming as a group and then eating the crop. So we will look at it. There is a scientific question of how and why locusts collect together. How and why the locust or the grasshoppers are coming together. That is, thousands of them are coming together and they are forming a group. Why? What is the reason? We will look at it, because this could be a question, again probable question, even in the SNT, once again, even in the SNT. So definitely the insect biologists have come to a conclusion that, or they have gone ahead with scientific study, and they have come to a conclusion that locust is a nature of reckless in the sense, actually they are lone. Please do understand, that is what the important is. They are lone, they are single. In fact, by nature, this locust or the grasshoppers are single or lone. They are not actually in the form of a group. By nature, please do understand this. By nature, the locust, as per the insect biologists, they say locusts by nature are reckless. Reckless in the sense lone and singleton. They do not mix actually with others. With others in the same group, they do not mix. But we have seen the entire, what you say, the situation which is very worse, entire in Africa and now in India also. So what is the reason? What is making these individuals by nature which are lone, single, and which are not actually mixing, but again trying to come together? That is because during the harvest season, they all arrive as a singletons, but they team up with others. Please do understand, they come up single, that is lone, singleton team up, but with others as an army of swans. So definitely from single to swan. Please do understand, from single to swan, they come up. Why they coming up? Because they're teaming up. Why are they teaming up? Because they wanted to form as an army. Why they wanted to form up as an army? Because they want to attack plants for food. If it is single, then they can be easily, what do you say, the locust can be totally removed from the crop or cultivable area if they are single. But if they are, what do you say, teamed up, if they are as an army, why they are army? As an army, why are they teaming up? To attack the plants for food. Look at it, the behavioral pattern. This, here we are looking at the behavioral pattern of the locust or the grasshoppers. Behavioral pattern, please look at it. The kind of situation, what, even though they they try to, what you say, send signals, and then they come up or team up, and then they go ahead with attacking the plants for the food. And then Stephen Rogers of Cambridge University, that is University of Sydney, Australia, has come up with an expert or a world expert. He has come up with a study, that is how and why swarms come together. So we will look at what are the reasons how and why swarms are coming together. Definitely one is to go ahead with attacking the plants, so that they all come together as an army and then attack plants for the food. And then he has come up with a study, or he has come up with a paper called in the year 2003, and that is, it shows solitary. That means the locust or the grasshopper shows a signs of solitary in the sense, again, that is lone or single. Fine. But they happen to come near each other when they're looking for foods. When they're looking for foods, then they come together. And what happens is, when they're coming together, they happen to touch each other. Please do understand, there is very important, what is a conceptual point of view. They are actually solitary, but they come together. Why they are coming near? Because of the food. And then when they're coming together, they happen to touch each other. And when they're touching each other, what is happening is tactile stimulation is happening. This is very important keyword. This could be, what do you say, asked in the prelims. What is happening? What is the stimulation called as? The stimulation is called as tactile stimulation. Even just in a little area of the back limbs, that means through the back limbs of the locust, when the back limbs are touching the other locust, what happens is, there is a stimulation which is happening to the other locust. So thereby what is happening is their behavioral change. It causes the behavior to change. So there is behavioral changes. There are behavioral changes. That is what I have taken here. Behavioral changes which is happening in the locust itself. Actually they are solitary, but they are coming together to go ahead with for looking of the foods. And when they are coming together, what they are having is they are touching each other with their back limbs. When they are touching each other with the back limbs, these are the back limbs. Back limbs. So when they're touching with each other with the back limbs, what is happening is there is a tactile stimulation which takes place, and because of this tactile stimulations, there is a behavior to change, or behavioral change is taking place, and that behavioral change is making them together by being single solitarious to gregarious, that is from single to swan, from single to swan. And this mechanical stimulation, there is a mechanical stimulation which is happening, that is tactile stimulation is the mechanical stimulation which affects a couple of nerves. So what is happening is there is a mechanical stimulation of the nervous system is being stimulated, and this will change the behavior of the locust, and from single they are coming together as a swans. And when there is what is a behavioral change, that is leading them to come together and become larger in size. Please do understand, there is a very very important concept is sign. When they are, what you said, that mechanical stimulation is happening, there is a behavioral change. When the behavioral change is happening, their size is also changing. Please do understand, their size is becoming larger, and the shape is also becoming larger, and its color is also changing. Morphology also, morphology in the sense the form and structure. So what is very very important is the size, the shape, the color, and the morphology is due to the behavioral changes because of the mechanical stimulation, that is tactile stimulations, wherein the swans, that is wherein the locusts are touching the back limbs with the other one. So that tactile stimulation, mechanical stimulation, because of these behavioral changes, and because of this what is happening is they are larger in size, shape, color is changing, and the morphology itself. And he has also come up with in the other paper, he has come up with a substantial changes in the molecules. So not only in regards to the tactile stimulations or in regards to the mechanical stimulation, but he has also come up with the paper, in the paper, making sure that there is, okay, Riya Kumari has joined. Very good morning, Riya Kumari. Very good morning to you. And then I'm talking about the behavioral changes in the locust. We have seen the locust which are being causing a concern to the farmers in the cultivable area in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana also, and now they are slowly getting into what you say South India, and further into it could be to even to Sri Lanka also. So what happens is there are changes in some molecules which affects the, or which modulates the central nervous system. So central nervous system is also activated, or it is what you say modulating. So there is changes in the molecules. This is very very important. Changes in the molecules is very very important, and because of the change in the molecules, what is happening is there is a modulation which is happening in the central nervous system. And when there is a modulation which is happening in the central nervous system, here what is going ahead is most important among them is being serotonin. So serotonin is being actually released because, so this serotonin, so serotonin is the one that is being actually being changed or modulated because of the central nervous system. And this serotonin is, when it is released, this regulates the mood and social behavior. Please do understand, it is not only the behavioral, we are talking about the social behavioral change in the locust. Why? Because of few of the or changes in some molecules in this with that modulates the central nervous system, that modulates the central nervous system. And because of that there is a release of serotonin, and this release of serotonin is responsible for the mood and behavioral or social behavior, of the locust. And that is why they are all, what do you say, as because I mean through nature they are single, but because of this, all these tactile stimulations or mechanical stimulations, or because of the touch, a little area of the back limbs being touching to the other locust, because of this there is a behavioral change, there is a change in the size, shape, color, and morphology. Not only that, because of that there is a substantial change, that is in few of the molecules which actually modulates the central nervous system. And then when it is the central nervous system is modulated. It is affecting the entire body, or else it is there is a release of serotonin, and when there is a release of serotonin, it regulates, that is the one which regulates the mood and social behavior. So this is very very important in regards to the science and technology. I'm making it very clear because there could be a means everyone or many of your friends would be actually looking at this news in regards to only locust or which areas it has been affecting. But there could be a question where it could be more technical, biological, more technical, I'm saying more biological. So on that basis, there could be a question framed by the UPSC, because UPSC will certainly focus on the areas wherein many of the civil servant aspirants are not focusing. So there could be a possibility. I'm not saying everyone will not, but through my lecture, I did try to give in the best wherein there is a possibility. There could be a possibility that UPSC might focus on the behavioral change, that is in regards to the behavioral aspect, or in regards to the serotonin, or in regards to the central nervous system of the locust, or in regards to the mechanical stimulation, why the size, shape, color changes, or the morphology, form and structure also changes. Because of, there could be a question on the morphology itself, there could be a question on the entire form and structure, there could be a question on the mechanical stimulation, there could be a question on the central nervous system of the locust. So definitely you are definitely equipped with more knowledge through my lecture. And now I'll show you this image wherein I have taken, which will be very very useful, and it will be stored in your what is a subconscious mind for a conceptual point. So this is solitary face, locust leads to smell and sight. Here you have the smell and sight. This one is the one which is for smelling, and this one is for the sight, eye. So smell and sight, and the hind limbs or hind legs you can say, and these are the one which actually touches the other one. So when we are talking about the block serotonin is blocked or prevented when they are not actually what you say touching, but when they are actually what you say, then there is solitary behavior. Solitary in the sense single or a lone behavior, but when the hind limbs it touches, when it touches, then it injects a serotonin or drugs that mimic its effect. So definitely what happens is, being single, it becomes gregarious in the sense they come up like a swan, that is as a group. So definitely this is the serotonin, which is very very important, the molecule that modulates the central nervous system, and sends a what is a mood and social behavior. It goes ahead with a change in the mood and social behavior, and this creates a what do you say, a swan. This creates a swan. So look at the hind limbs, wherein again it is what you say central nervous system. It is it is connected to the increases in the nervous system, and then it is affecting the smell and sight, and then it makes the social behavior and the mood changes of the locust. So this is a very very important news which I have given you for the benefit of the entire understanding. I'm saying there could be a question on the social behavior of the locust, not on how it might. There could be a possibility on the food security, or if they're not asking on the food security, there could be a question on the social behavior or mood and the social behavior. It is because of the serotonin. It is because of the serotonin of the which affects the or modulate the central nervous system. So I hope definitely this was an informative, knowledgeable knowledgeable session. Yeah. Johan says you showed us a movie of locust this 15 minutes. Thank you very much, Johan. Thank you very much. And this is my always my struggle is that I always wanted to give the best to the civil servant aspirants, that is you all, so that by any way if there is a question formed in the prelims by the UPSC, you should be in a position to answer it. You should be in a position to crack it. That's it. That's it. No other what do you say alternative or no excuses in the civil services preparation. And then please go ahead with liking the video, share the video, and subscribe the video. Subscribe the channel, that is Let's Crack UPSC CSE English, and then go ahead with subscribing for 24 months using my code SBT10, that is Sandeep Bhushan Thummala 10, wherein you will get 10% discount. And if you haven't downloaded the Unacademy Learners app, go ahead with downloading and get the access to the Unacademy special classes of all the courses which are offered in the Unacademy special classes by various educators. And then you also have access to the UPSC CSE English in 10 minutes, which is a new channel, and the Telegram link is Let's Crack UPSC CSE English for Let's Crack UPSC CSE English channel. And thank you and all the best. And you can also connect me to my Telegram link, that is t.me slash Sandeep Bhushan SBT. That is t.me slash Sandeep Bhushan SBT. And you can also message to my number 9292003111. This is my WhatsApp number. You can message me in regards to any query, in regards to the any doubts, or in regards to preparation. You can WhatsApp to my number 9292003111. And then do not forget, while you are subscribing, do not forget my code, that is SBT10 Sandeep Bhushan Thummala. And then thank you very much, and then all the best for your preparation. And I thank everyone, the one who are in the live and also in the live chat. I thank you everyone, and all the best for your preparation. Hemant, Sudarshan, Adarsh, Shravani, Siddharthan, Ramchandran, Sushant, Madhu, Revant, that is Rahul, uh, Malvika, Malesh, Priya Kumari, Johan, everyone. Thank you all, and all the best for your civil services preparation for 2020 as well as 2021 also. Thank you, and then again see you at 10:15 a.m. See you at 10:15 a.m. for the analysis of trending editorials and articles. So I'll take up one very important editorials and articles which will be for you beneficial for prelims as well as mains point of view. Thank you very much. All the best for you. See you at 10:15 a.m.